Our next candidate is Noreen Donahue. She's running for a 3-year term on the Wastewater Commission. She's running unopposed, but we want to hear from her anyway. Noreen, give us a little idea why you're running.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you so much for organizing these things and doing these things. It's really a great way for the town to get to know a few of us. Um, the reason I'm running is I've been involved in town committees for over 10 years now. I've been a resident of Harwich for almost 20 years. And about 10 years ago, I was on the Finance Committee. I was on that for several years, and they made me liaison to one of the first wastewater committees. Well, actually, I shouldn't say it was one of the first because there were so many. Um, at that time, I had no idea that I was going to get so interested in the topic. I approached it from the money end because finance is my background, and anything that's estimated to be over $200 million certainly was going to have a dramatic effect on our town. But I'm still interested in the money end, certainly. But I also developed a very serious interest in protecting our waters, learning more about our waters, and seeing what we could possibly do to make back from some of the many, many, many factors that have caused us to have concerns in our area.
Thank you for that. And what are maybe your main hopes for accomplishing in your tenure when you're elected?
Well, actually, my hopes I'm kind of keeping low on the bar as I start off because I do have a lot to learn about the water side of the operation. But also, I really feel that the existing water board, as well as Superintendent Dan Pelletier is wonderful, and the entire staff of the water department, has really just done a fantastic job for the town. They are very conscientious about how they spend and control their money. They're always looking forward to new water sources, to making sure we have ample water sources, and to, it's going to be big projects to try and replace the existing water pipes that are, some close to 70 years old in the town. So it's been, I think, over 70 years since the water board, the current water board, has operated as it is. So with this expansion to add 2 new people on to cover the wastewater portion, it's going to be a really big change. So my real goal in running is to hope that that change goes well. And to make this, transition period something that, I hope that the new board will be able to live up to the standards that were set by the previous and existing water boards.
Wonderful. Is there anything that I may not have asked that you'd like to add to our brief interview here today, Noreen?
Only, nobody likes to go on about themselves, but I do have.
Oh, there are some.
I do have a lot of experience in the field. Again, most of it is from the financial end, but you don't get involved in this field for 10 years and 8 different committees without picking up an awful lot of details and information about the wastewater portion. I also did run an electric utility, a municipal utility north of Boston for 10 years in the 90s. Yes, that was electric, but municipal utilities have a lot in common, even if they aren't the same type, because they all have an unusual relationship with the town.
Yeah.
They kind of work for the town, but separately, separate funds and everything else. So there's a lot of that business that I'm already familiar with. And the only other thing I'll say is that from the very beginning of this, I really wanted it to go well for the residents. The wastewater portion. I truly feel that for many of the residents, it's a serious disruption to have a sewer line dug in the back of your yard, in the middle of your driveways, in the middle of your flower beds, to think about, paying money in these stressful times. Over the years, I proposed several different financial help plans, which at the time, the board really just couldn't take up, everything was so new, we were all figuring things out. But I still feel that we should do as much as we can for the residents that are undergoing the conversion to sewers.
To sewers, yeah, thank you for that. So, the election day is May 18th,
Yes.
and you probably want to ask for people to vote for you?
Well, that's a good thought. Yes, I haven't campaigned much since I was fortunate enough to be uncontested, but it would be great to see people out there. This is going to be, you know, a big continuation and change for our town, and hoping to see people and hoping everything goes well.
Thank you very much, Noreen.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yep.